How's it going, everyone? It is Liam Catterson here with another episode of Charmed. As we get into episode number 7 of season 1, I am looking forward to continuing this journey. It's been really, really wonderful. And yeah, I'm excited to see what this week's episode brings us, as we had the wedding from hell last time. The poor groom, of course, got whammied, and yeah, thankfully all was reverted. Like I said, it was a bit rushed towards the end, in my personal opinion, but other than that, I really enjoyed seeing how things panned out in the last episode, and excited to see what happens in this episode. So with that said, let's get into episode number 7 of season 1 for Charmed. Let's go. Congratulations, you have glowy hands.
Go to Phoebe, Piper, and Prue.
See, Liam is feeling a tad worried. Oh, yeah, this is why you need to be worried.
A city, a state in all the land. Some first.
Do you need, I could always fill this up if you're thirsty, just saying. Which is what I should have done, to be fair. Yeah, not in relevance, but, you know, it's a bit warm here. So this doesn't help.
I gotta do the molding and I'm done.
Oh, are you sure it doesn't need 3 coats?
Nice outfit.
Maybe 4.
9 o'clock in the morning with no place to go.
I'm glad you like it.
I'm a mood.
You kissed him at homecoming.
No, I did not kiss him at homecoming. I was helping him find a contact lens.
Oh, please, you were all over
That's
him
the
with your breasts
excuse.
all... Whatever.
I didn't even have breasts back then.
Phoebe, you've always had breasts.
So
Yo, it's getting tight here. Who?
Tonight, nothing, and I mean nothing, will get in our way, guaranteed.
I'll hold you to that.
Doubt.
I got it. Body heat. We'll take it.
There might be a bit of body heat.
I conjure thee, Callie. I won't disappoint you. I swear.
Then it's time.
Oh boy. She's got the cat!
Take the cat back to the house.
Of course! Of course she was gonna return the cat to them.
Say about lunchtime? Prue's so busy. And Phoebe doesn't really care. She's more into stucco.
So what time's the movie?
Oh.
Kid, oh my God, where did you?
That's great. Is $50 enough?
I don't want to reward.
It's not going according to plan.
About what? About Wicca.
Oh, this is awkward.
Okay, this is Leo Wyatt. You guys chat. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Thanks again.
I'm not leaving.
I don't know who the hell you really are, so just leave. Okay, go.
No, I'm not leaving. I just saved your cat.
Leave now or else.
Or else what?
You don't want to know, kid. Uh-oh. Wow.
Just do as I say, Aviva. Make Phoebe covet your power. Then we'll both get what we want.
Yeah, she's starting to feel... It is sad that she wants a family.
Explain it, just
another one of those things that you can't explain.
It's more than just, hey, I've got abilities.
I wanted you to...
Us, but you kicked her out.
Yeah, she would have exposed us if I hadn't.
It was all getting a bit
She's just
hairy.
kid. Besides, if she's a witch, she probably feels just as alone as we do. Maybe she just needs some friends.
Or maybe she's out to destroy us. It wouldn't be the first time.
Okay.
You gotta take this with a bit of caution, though, I would
Let's just steer
say.
clear, okay?
Am I right?
Well,
I am right. You didn't tell your bitch sister about this, did you?
Whoa!
Watch your mouth. Prue had every right to be upset with what you did.
Yeah, you were
It's funny
gonna
how you knew
expose
that I
them
was
all.
talking about Prue and not Piper.
You know, actually in the Mayan culture, the cook was second in the hierarchy, only to the medicine man.
Mayans. You know about Mayans. Well, you certainly are a handy man, aren't you?
So, does Phoebe work here too?
Phoebe.
Uh-oh.
She's probably at her gay and lesbian group right about now.
Oh, wow!
So what will it be?
It's the power of heat. Your hand is like the sun.
Whoa.
That's pretty cool, huh?
I mean, it would do really, really well on the winter. Uh-oh.
Prue, what are you doing? Get out! This is her room. Aviva.
No!
Whoa!
It's worse than my aunt treats me. It's not right.
It's okay.
Chianti, body heat, what do you think?
Prue, I can explain. Oh no.
Oh no.
Andy.
This is getting ridiculous.
Oh, I feel so bad for
I have
him.
every right to be upset, and I can't talk about it right now, but I will. I promise.
Leave me alone, or else.
Yo, she just set it on fire! What the fuck? Oh, she's gonna make it like Aviva did it. Well, ooh.
And all sorts of weird stuff. Black magic, voodoo, God knows what else. No wonder she doesn't have any friends.
What makes you think she's into black magic?
You should see her room. It seems like every time I walk past, she's in there chanting or something.
Oh boy.
Sometimes,
boy.
I swear, I even hear other voices. I know she's not.
Mind if I go upstairs and lie down? I'm not feeling real well.
Oh
Sure, go
no.
ahead.
She said don't take your eyes off her. And yeah, take your eyes off her. One job, Veep. One job.
Sometimes her medication makes her say the strangest things. But not to worry, her shrinks are on it.
Shrinks?
They are sabotaging each other. Poor Leo.
Phoebe, I'm sorry.
Ooh, it's interesting though with Aviva's character because there is a bit of a complex there, and Callie's just
Maybe we should take you to the hospital.
puppeteering her.
It's not that bad.
Touch the mirror, Aviva. It's okay. I'm not upset. Touch the
Don't,
mirror.
Aviva!
Too.
No, she's. Shit. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Are you kidding me?
It's only a matter of time.
Time! Viper, that's it! Freeze her! Aviva doesn't freeze! Yeah, but Kali will.
Oh, nice! Nice job, though. Is this gonna be 7 years bad luck or 7 years good luck? So really, Aviva could have smashed the mirror, but obviously she was being manipulated.
Come on, Prue, who are we kidding? I mean, let's face it, one of us is obviously more interested in this relationship than the other.
No, 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 no,
How
no.
come I'm always the one left standing there looking like a jerk?
Oh.
No, you can't. Or you won't.
Oh.
Are you saying that you don't want to see me anymore?
I don't know what I want anymore.
Okay. Well, that was a great happy note to end on, right? Great. I'm sure they'll patch things up at some point, right? I mean, it is very, very difficult, isn't it, when it comes to this whole shebang. And yeah. the whole the Wicca situation, it is like, especially when you have such a protective barrier over the ones you love, you can't risk them being hurt, and it just damns your soul about the prospect of anything bad happening. And yeah, at the same time, I can understand why Andy might be feeling a bit burnt. Yeah, but it's not like it's Prue's fault. It's a very, very complicated life she leads, and yeah, it's gonna have to. It's gonna get to a point where Andy does find out at some point, but until then, it's just gonna be very, very complicated for these two, because that's the life that Prue, Piper, and Phoebe live. They live with these abilities, with an obligation to do good, and protect people. And for Prue, this has to come potentially at a sacrifice. Happy days, happy days. I really enjoyed that episode. It was probably one of my favorites this season so far. It was just really, really great. With Aviva, I didn't feel like she was an annoyance. I feel like where there are shows with some, I guess, one-off potentially characters we might see her further down the line, though I doubt it with the fact that she's given up the whole Wicca thing. Usually when you have someone who tries to join in, I guess, the main characters, there is the risk that they might become an annoyance, etc. I didn't feel that with Aviva. If anything, you just felt so bad for her because of the fact that not only was she leading this really dark and lonely life, really. Her mother was in rehab, and there was a bit of friction with her aunt and herself. But obviously she was being manipulated. You had Callie, who basically knew that Aviva was lonely and took full advantage of her, especially with the fact that Aviva got something that would be very, very wonderful for someone, especially someone of her age, because I guess there is that naivety with the fact that you think that someone is doing this and they are offering everything on the silver platter, but then there is, of course, this manipulation, and you don't want to question it because this power is just really, really amazing. And at the end of the day, with Aviva, she there was obviously a bit of difficulties, especially with her and Prue, and Callie tried to take that to her advantage, get rid of Prue because she seems to be like a bit of a hindrance for you, Aviva. But yeah, she just wanted that acceptance, really, and Callie just took advantage of her. So it is really, really sad. But I thought Aviva was a very, very interesting character and had some depth with her. And I just thought that, especially with her interactions with Phoebe, it was really, really well done, especially with the fact that Phoebe and Aviva, they had kind of similarities, didn't they? I mean, you had Phoebe talk about the fact if we were the same age, we would probably be BFFs, won't we? Because we're just so alike. So, but not just that though. You could see that with Aviva's struggles, Phoebe can kind of relate. I mean, she did mention herself to be the black sheep of the family. So there is that loneliness that Aviva struggles with that Phoebe can relate to, really. And obviously out of in terms of the whole interactions, out of Prue, Piper, and Phoebe's the probably going to be the one that might cause a bit of difficulty, though Phoebe does obviously care. So does Aviva, of course, but if there's going to be someone who's going to cause trouble, etc. Yeah, so so that it was really, really nice to have Aviva find someone who was very, very alike and could aid her, because obviously with Callie pulling the strings, it could have gone into a more darker direction. So yeah, and you saw how hesitant Aviva was, especially with the fact that her aunt when her aunt had that accident, Aviva was very, very worried. She didn't want to do this. She didn't want to be darkened like that. So, I mean, she did comment about the fact that her soul was black, etc. And obviously, it's not in the way of, hey, I'm evil. So, yeah, because like I said, you saw how remorseful she was. And not just that, though, but just how vulnerable she was. She was just hurting. And she just felt like she was shrouded with darkness. So, but there is that caring aspect. So I really, really did love going with Aviva's character and seeing her shine. So, and not just that though, but the idea of her wanting to be with the sisters, it was really, really nice. So I really thought that it was a pretty interesting concept to, you know, just have this potential fourth sister, and obviously things didn't pan out, but at least Aviva can no longer be manipulated by Callie. So, yeah. But Callie, I thought there was a bit of an interesting adversary, of course. Obviously there was a lot to suspect when with the fact that she was manipulating Aviva, with the fact that she suddenly dropped the facade when Aviva wasn't, you know, there. Why hide the facade? What have you got to hide? I'm sure it's nothing bad, Callie. So, but no, it was very, very interesting, of course, with the fact that it was a simple solution that could have, if you wanted rid of this manipulating presence, you could have just easily just smashed the mirror. But like I said, with Aviva, she was she wasn't to suspect that Callie was manipulating her and all that jazz, and she was very, very vulnerable. She was being manipulated. So obviously it did have a very simple solution, but it wasn't as simple as in terms of emotions, was it? So yeah, but it was just very, very interesting for this episode. So yeah, but no, it was, and not just that though, but obviously Callie having that interest with the sisters, being able to siphon their abilities, etc., all that jazz. Yeah, she did prove to be a very, very interesting force. So now she's shattered, basically. So that was terrible. That was a terrible segue to end on. Anyways, no, it was just really, really good with Callie. Callie, yeah, she was a great villain in my opinion. But also, it was very, very good to have that development and focus on Aviva, because I thought she was a very interesting character. So yeah, but we also had some very, very interesting moments, of course, with Piper and Phoebe feuding it out, of course, over Leo, who I believe we saw in episode 3. So yeah, and it was just getting intense with the way that they were trying to bury the other, weren't they, in terms of because you see, here's the thing with Piper, I want her to thrive. So yeah, but there was some very, very cold ways of putting down Phoebe, and I guess Phoebe likewise. So yeah, but it is desperate times, isn't it? Especially when you're that thirsty. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, overall, I want Phoebe to thrive as well. I want Phoebe to find happiness, but if it comes to who I feel deserves happiness more, not to say that it would be guaranteed, because I mean, look at Andy and Prue, happy days, right? But if there is a chance of someone being, it's gonna be Piper. I love her so much, and I just want her to be happy. So Piper's gonna take a priority. Sorry, Phoebe, but it's just the way it is. Piper has struck my heart. So. But it was very, I did find it very, very funny, especially with Aviva there, and the calamity that happened in regards to Andy and Leo being there. Aviva was close to exposing everyone, including herself as well. But it was just so, it was awkward, but it was a good awkward. It wasn't like anything too painful to watch or whatever. It was just, yeah. I just couldn't help but laugh at just the commotions that was going on. It was just a disaster, but thankfully it could have been worse. So thankfully Piper has the nice ability to just freeze time, etc. Because yeah, that could have been bad. So yeah, but it was just very, very interesting to see Piper and Phoebe just at each other's throats, just thirsting over Leo, and yeah. So, and obviously things just obviously things just went to hell for Andy and Prue. Yeah. Like I said, I do understand why Prue is keeping a bit of a distance in regards to and I do feel so bad for Andy because like obviously with him being in the unknown with the Wicker and all that jazz, you know, it is hard to come up with a valid explanation, and with Prue, she can't endanger his life. So, and I understand both sides really, but Prue, it's understandable, especially when you can kind of relate this scenario to a superhero life, really. So, it's always the worry about they could end up being hurt, all that. So, yeah, but it was just it is just very, very I'm sure they will patch things up at some point. Maybe it'll take a couple of episodes. There's going to be that awkward atmosphere next episode, and then episode 9, episode 10, they'll patch things up potentially, maybe even with a bit of a reveal. So I do suspect, because like I said, I do suspect Andy's going to know at some point. It's just when is going to be the question. So but yeah, at this point, yeah, it is. It was just very, very sad to just see things just not go the way it was supposed to, and there was, of course, complications, especially with Aviva being centralized in this situation. But yeah, we'll find a way. But no, honestly, this was pretty good stuff. One of my favorites this season so far. It was just very entertaining, and I loved Aviva. She wasn't a bother, in my opinion. And it just provided to be a very interesting episode with some very humorous moments, of course. But no, overall, solid stuff, in my opinion. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care. I will see you guys next time. Toodles!